What is going on, everyone? This is Ryan with Automatic Comics, and we officially have this big update from Courtyard IO and CGC Comics. If you watched my prior video about this, there was going to be an announcement on June 17th, and there was a lot of speculation about what it was going to be, that it was going to be some type of mystery packs, but virtual, we'll call it virtual mystery packs with comics. So through this company called Courtyard IO, where they have virtual vending machines where you are basically getting buying a repack that includes one comic, and you have a chance of hitting it big or getting a dud. You can see here they're showing some examples of some of the comics that are there. They've got the details here. There are 1,200 comics in this initial drop, $200 per pack. So about $250,000 in this initial drop. And there's some pretty fun stuff with this. I gotta say, like this, the way that this is gamified and just like to get people in and interested, it's fun. I would, even if you're not going to do this, I would recommend going and checking this out just to see what I'm talking about. I'll show you a little bit of it as well. But one big difference I saw, the difference between this video or this post on Instagram and the PSA new slab post that I talked about recently, nobody liked, or most people didn't like that new PSA slab, the new PSA label. Everybody seems super hyped about the Courtyard IO mystery packs for comics. So the degenerate gamblers are out there and hyped up for buying mystery packs of comics. Now let's go check out the website and see what I'm talking about here. So this is Courtyard IO. You can see there are these virtualized vending machines. And one of the interesting things here is that you actually can see what people are winning in real time. You can see most of the stuff is cards because most of their products are cards. But when you go over, you can see there are also some comics. Like this person just pulled a Silver Surfer number 11 and a 9.0. Let's quickly just go check out what that's worth. So Silver Surfer number 11, just to get an idea what that person ended up getting by, participating in this, this mystery pack. So in a 9.0, last sale, $110, 90-day average, 146, the 12-month average, 188. I don't know what they are specifically using to determine their fair market value. If it's the 12-month average, the 90-day average, a last sale, whatever's most beneficial, I have no idea, but that person clearly did not win. So that person, they spent $200 and they got something that is very clearly worth less than $200. But that's one of the things that to me that's really interesting, is being able to see what people win. And I think the thing that's even more interesting is that you can see who won it. And so we've even got, I saw some people that are on Instagram, that post on Instagram. You can see that it's their account that won some of these books. So some of the people on Instagram already going on here and buying these books, but they're buying these packs. But let's go check it out. So we're going to go look at the vending machines that they have. You can see here, most of them are for cards, basketball starter pack, Pokemon starter pack. But this one over here is the comic pack. So for $200, if we click on the comic pack here, we can see all kinds of different information. They go unleash legendary heroes with the comic pack. Whether you side with DC or Marvel, each mystery pack contains one graded authenticated comic collectible featuring your favorite superheroes, vaulted for safekeeping. Open to reveal, hold, trade, or redeem, or accept 90% instant buyback offer based on FMV. So when you win these, they actually have them at one of their facilities or their facility, and they have them associated with a blockchain. So that's tracking the entire history of the comic on the, when it was first won, when it's been sold, who it's been sold to, who currently has it, all that kind of stuff. But if you want the comic, you can actually have them ship it to you. Now, you obviously have to pay shipping, that kind of stuff, but you can have it actually sent to you. It's not just stored there off in the ether somewhere. Now, the other types of information they give you here, they give you your odds. So you can see your odds are right up front, and your odds are not great, because if you are spending $200, you can see these first two here are 100 to 150 and 150 to $200. That's 69% chance. So you have a 69% chance of losing money. Then if you're talking about selling it back, you've got to almost subtract 10% from that. It's probably even a little higher. So then you've got a 24% chance that the book is going to be worth 200 to 400, 6.2% chance that it's 400 to 800, 1% chance that it's 800 to 1600, and 0.06% chance that it is 1600 to 3200. So you got some rough odds. I mean, the odds aren't great, but don't let that get in your way, right? That's the motto of people who are ripping packs, is that they're still going to go for it because they're the one. They're the one that's going to hit that 0.06% chance. And somebody is, but a lot more people are going to be down in that bottom area. Now, a couple interesting things here. One, they show all the different heavy hitters. So these are the bigger books that are out there that you could win. You've got an Avengers 1, Hulk 181, Hulk 180, Tales of Suspense 52, X-Men 95, Amazing Spider-Man 129, Daredevil 168, Amazing Spider-Man 14, all kinds of big, cool books. So there are some cool books that you could win, but there is also a lot of dreck. There is a lot of that stuff that it's just, when you look at it, when you see what people are winning, it's tends to be like higher grade run filler, books that are like 9.0, like we just saw that Silver Surfer 11, like a 9.0 Silver Surfer 11, or a 9.0 or a 9.2 mid 100s Amazing Spider-Man, something like that. And so it's kind of those books that didn't quite hit the mark that somebody was probably hoping they would get when they sent it in for grading, and the books that are tough to sell, but they are perfect for something like this because they are that run filler that somebody is very likely to go, I don't want to keep this. And they're going to sell it back and they're going to go again. Like, I totally get it. That's why those are the types of books you want in here. You want that stuff that's that, even in the lower dollar, like winner category, probably in the 200 to 400, you want that stuff that just most people probably don't want to keep. So they want to sell it back so they can go again and try to get that, that big hit. But now this is what I thought was really kind of interesting with this, is that not only do you see what people have been winning, you also see the name of the person that won the book. And it's not just that. If you go to the book, so we'll go to this book, you can see the full history of this specific book. So here's the activity history for this book. This person won that book. They spent $200. So it sold from, this is the Courtyard IO account, and it went to them. So they paid $200. This is the book that they got. And if we go back here and we look at some of these other ones, here's that Silver Surfer 11 I was just talking about. And so you can see this person, Classic Fantasy 7567, they've been hitting it over and over again. Right? So that's one of the other interesting things, is that if you can actually go to their account. Oh, and this person, they actually already sold it back. So you can see Classic Fantasy. We can go check out their account and we can see their activity. We can see here that these are all the books that they have won and sold back. Yikes. And this is all within the last day. Bananas. So, I mean, this is one of the things that, to me, it's super fun to follow this, because you can see what other people out there are doing. I mean, one of the people that, he's out on Instagram. I saw he had purchased some stuff on here when I was looking through this. And so Ilsun, if you don't follow him, go check him out on Instagram. He was in here, he was spinning the wheel a few times and seeing what he could win. And so you can see his history on what he won. But Classic Fantasy 7567, hats off to you. You definitely went all out. How many are in here? You can see a number of them are to the buyback, but let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. $100,000. And their collection consists of, they got one hit. Like it looks like maybe one big hit. And so let's see here, because you can see what they sold back as. And so you can see their buy and then their sell. And so if we can see any sell that was more, I don't know about this, maybe they transferred those. So I'm not sure about those two. You can see a Wolverine 1 and a 9.6, a New Mutants 98 and a 9.8. So let's see if that one's in here somewhere. I don't see that one. But you can see here, you can see their sellback price. You can see their purchase price. And so this one was actually, you'd call it a hit. They sold it back for more. But still, like, this is an Amazing Spider-Man 151 and a 9.4. Like, most people don't really want that book. And so they're going to sell it back. Like, that's what you want in there. Oh, here's a pretty big hit. Thor 165 in a 9.0. So they won that one for 200 and sold it back. They got a Fantastic Four 185 and a 9.8 sold for 270. So they did have some that were worth more than what they actually paid. And then I'm not going to go through and add everything up. I'm not going to go through and do that, because that's a lot of books. But the one that here we can find, the one that they ultimately ended up with here was this Captain America 117 and an 8.5. This is the first appearance of the Falcon. Currently Captain America in the MCU. So Captain America number 117. Let's see what this book is going for right now. In an 8.5. I mean, that's a pretty nice grade for that book. It's probably got a pretty decent value. So 8.5, you can see 90-day average 508, last sale 578, 12-month average 600. So, I mean, it's not like they spent $7,000 to get a $600 book, because they did sell, all these back, and some of them they took a big loss, and other ones a smaller loss, some of them a small gain. But still probably spent, I'd roughly guess, like $3,000, maybe, to get that book. That'd be my rough guess. I don't know where this New Mutants 98 came from. Because I don't see that one in here, unless I missed it. Let's keep looking. Let's see if maybe I missed it somewhere. So I don't know if that's one that they just had. Oh, here it is. So they did win that one. So that's a pretty big book. New Mutants 98 in a 9.8. Let's see if it's a newsstand or not. No, it's a direct, but it's still like probably, I don't know what that goes for now, like $900. So New Mutants number 98 in a 9, and it's first appearance of Deadpool, if you don't know. So in a 9.8, yeah, 90-day average 964, 12-month 1,056, so about roughly $1,000 book. So they got a few hits. They got a few hits in there, but man, they're into it. They're definitely into this one. But let me know in the comments. You going to check out, the Courtyard IO pack rips, the vending machine, and participate in this 1,200 book initial drop? Man, it seems like I'm tempted to go and add up to see what the total was on that one, but I don't want to. But they did get a few hits like that. I mean, they definitely got a couple of the big hits, because they definitely got at least one book. The New Mutants 98 falls into that 1%. So I'd say they're doing pretty good, considering they bought 35. Was it 35? And they ended up hitting one of the 1% ones. And they absolutely got that one book, the Captain America 117, that was in the 6.3%. But it didn't look like they hit anything that was in the 1,600 to 3,200 range. But man, I wasn't sure if this was going to be successful or not. And I'm going to say it seems like it's going to be successful, but we'll see. We'll see if it's just an initial, the initial hype, people are interested in checking it out, or if it's got some longevity and people keep doing it. And we'll find out if they do more drops. We have this initial drop with 1,200 books. If they do more, we'll know that people were interested enough for them to keep doing it. But let me know in the comments. I think this is, I don't know, it's fun. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. What are you going to do? You're going to come check this out. And I will see you on the next one.